Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's very hard puzzle, and it's called Four-Line Theorem by Manta Ray. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. Every line in the puzzle conforms to one of four constraint line types listed below. No two orthogonally adjacent lines, that is, two lines that pass through a pair of orthogonally adjacent cells, may be of the same constraint type. So what does it mean to have a pair of orthogonally adjacent cells? It just means cells that share an edge with each other. So for example, this line is orthogonally adjacent to this line, this line, this line, and this line. So this line cannot be the same constraint type as any of these four lines. This line is orthogonally connected to a lot of different lines. This line, this line, this line, this line, etc., etc., this line, and this line. And this line here. And I think I missed this one too, so this one also. So keep that in mind. Every line cannot be the same constraint type as a line that it shares an edge with. What are the constraint types? We have Renban, where digits along a Renban line form a non-repeating set of consecutive values. Interesting. I wonder why they say values. I guess it's just, it is broader, so you can basically just extend it to different types of puzzles. So maybe that's why they use values. In this case, the digits are the values of the cell. So, for example, this could be something like, if this were a Renban, this could be something like 3, 4, and 2. And this would be a valid Renban, because they form a set of non-repeating consecutive values. 2, 3, and 4 are non-repeating and they're consecutive. So that's an example of how Renban works. We also have German whisper, where adjacent digits along a German whisper line differ in value by at least 5. So say this was a German whisper line. If this was a 3, this would have to be 8 or 9, because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. So, and I'm going to be calling these Whisper 5 lines because I think it makes sense. It did not come from me. A setter actually named these as Whisper 5 lines, and I thought it was brilliant because it made a lot of sense to me. So when I'm saying Whisper 5 lines, they're equivalent to German Whisper lines. Yeah. And that's an example of how Whisper 5/German Whisper lines work. We also have region sum lines, where box borders divide a region sum line into segments of equal value. Different region sum lines may have different segment values. So as an example, you could say this was a region sum line, and this was 3 and 5. Then this would have to be 8, because the box borders divide the region sum line into segments of equal value. So this is a segment, and this is a segment. Obviously, 3, 5 add up to 8, and 8 adds up to 8. So that's an example of how a region sum line would work. And finally, we have parity, where digits along a parity line alternate between odd and even values. So if this were, say, a 3, you could have a 6 here and then a 7 here. And this would work because this would be odd, even, and odd. And that would work as a parity line. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. Huh. Well, so normally Renban are pink, Whisper 5 slash German whisper lines are green. Region sum lines are blue, and parity is red. So I'm going to color the entire grid as those possibilities. And then we can basically start differentiating which cells cannot be which cells. So again, red is parity, blue is region sum, green is whisper 5, and pink is Renban. So the entire... that's hard to see. That's not good. Okay, I'm going to do the upper left-hand corner of each line. Let's do the top... yeah, upper left-hand corner, which means the topmost of the leftmost of the top cell. That was just, yeah, that was too much. So the one that sort of stands out to me is this line. So what's the most restrictive? Okay, well, this is potentially most restrictive is German whispers. And then also the least restrictive I know for sure certain is parity. So parity line is probably not worth looking into unless we have it's Lord of the Last Constraint. I think Whisper 5 is probably going to be one of the best, and then maybe Region Sum. So, okay, Region Sum. Neither of these can be Region Sum lines, because if these were Region Sum lines, you would have 4 unique digits adding up to a single digit. So this cannot be Region Sum lines here. Do we have any other ones like that? This is okay. This cannot be a region sum line because these would have to be the same sum, and so that can't work. So maybe okay. This can't be region sum because one digit cannot equal the sum of 4 unique digits. These could be the same. It would have to be, if this is a region sum line, these would have to be 8, and this would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So you'd have 2, 6 here, and 1, 3, 4 there, if that's the case. So maybe this could be not region sum line. This cannot be region sum line. This is probably the one that's probably the most constrained. So this cannot be region sum line, because 2 digits can never add up to 8 digits. 8 unique digits. 2 unique digits can never add up to what 8 unique digits add up to. It can't be Renban either, because if you have, this would be 8 digits, and plus 2 is 10 digits on this line, which doesn't have repeats. And can it be Whisper 5? Well, on Whisper 5 lines, you cannot have a 5, so this would definitely be a 5. And could you have... where would you have 4 and 6? 4 and 6 can only be next to 1 unique digit on a Whisper 5 line. This is next to 1, but this is next to 2, 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 this is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So is this. This is next to 2 unique digits. This is next to two unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this cannot be Whisper 5. Therefore, this is a parity line. Which means, so this is a parity line, which means none of these lines that are orthogonally have a share an edge with it are parity lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this also cannot be Renban. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This can't be Renban. So this is a parity line, which means this is all odds and evens. So this is an odd digit here. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is orange. This is pink and green as possibilities. This is pink and green as possibilities, and they share an edge. So one of them has to be pink, the other one has to be green, which means this cannot be pink or green. It has to be blue. So this is a blue region sum line. And as we said, if it's region sum, this has to be 8 and 8 here, because this adds up to at least 15 for 5 unique digits. And, oh, it could be 9. Oops. So this is 8 or 9. Okay. Therefore, this must add up to... Huh. Right, so this could be 8 or 9. Not, it doesn't have to be 8 and 8 here. These digits are the same, but we don't know which. Ah, this is pink and... This is pink and green. And they both share an edge with this cell. So this can't be pink. This is blue. Can't be green. So this is blue or red. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it still could be a Renban. Huh. Okay. This doesn't help. Okay. So this is 1 through 6 here. What happens if this is 8 and 8? If this is 8 and 8, that guarantees this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is 1, 3, 4. This is 2, 6. So we're left with 5, 7, 8, 9. Obviously, this can't be Whisper 5 because we need a low digit there then. So this would have to be 5, 7, or 8 of some sort. And this would be a high digit and would be a Whisper 5 line. Okay, so let's go through what happens if this is 8. So we have 8, 8. This is 2, 6 as a pair here. This is 1, 3, 4. This cannot be Whisper 5 as a line, so it's Renban. So, and this has to be the Whisper 5. So we have 7 or 9 here. This would definitely have 5 and 8 and 1 out of 7 or 9. So this could not, this has an 8 definitely here. So this is odd. These would all be, this would be 2 odds and an even. We would need another even here to form a full Renban. It needs a 6, so this would be 6 then. So this would be 6. This could not be, this would have to then be 7 or 9 here. So this would be 5, 7, 8, 9 as a possibility. We'd have 1, 3, 4 here. 7 and 9 is next to 1, 2, 3, or 4 here, which makes this high. This is next to, this is 7 or 9. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This could be 6, 7, or 9 here. Next to 1 through 3, because it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. This could be 6 through 9 again. This would be 7 or 9 here. So this is 1 through 4, cannot be 2 here. Okay. This is next to a 7 and 9 at least. If this is a Whisper 5 line, so this can't be 3. Remaining digits in column 9 would be 1 through 4. 1 through 4 here. Remaining digits in column 8 would be 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. No 8 here, no 8 here. This 8 eliminates 8 here. So this is also next to at least 7 and 9. So this cannot be 3. No 6 here. Remaining digits of column 7 are 1, 3, 4. One thing we should figure out is the odd and or the sets here, right? Yeah, that's probably better. We know this is 1 through 6. Okay. We're going to make this orange and yellow. So this is orange, this is yellow. Again, you alternate between odd and even values. So this is orange here, and these are all yellow. Interesting. So orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow. This is orange, and this is yellow. Okay. We have 3 oranges here. So if this was 8 and 2, 6, these would have to be all odds. Right? Which means these would be all evens. So let's go again through that scenario. So if this is 8, we have 8 and 8 here. This is 2 and 6 to add up to 8. And this must be 1, 3, 4 to add up to 8. Because this must add up to 16 as a total. 1 has to be part of this, so this can't be 1, 7. And this is either 2, 2, 5, or 3, 4 here. Either way, this cannot be 3, 5, because 3, 5 would eliminate 1, 2, 5, and 1, 3, 4 as possibilities for this set of 3 digits. So this is 2, 6, 8. Therefore, this must be 2, 6, and 8 here to be even digits. That means the remaining digits here are 5, 7, and 9. Obviously, this is 5 with 8 here. And we have 7 or 9 here. This must be 6 to be consecutive. This has to be then 7 or 9. This is 7 or 9. That means the remaining digits are 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4. This must be 1 through 4, 1 through 4. This is 4, and this must be 1 or 3. So 4 cannot be either of these. This has to be 5 definitely. So 2 is here, which means this can't be 2 here. 7, 6 is next to 1 through 4 here, which is next to, this is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, if this is the scenario. So this would be 7, 9. Again, 1, 2, next to 6, 7, or 9 here. This is 1, 2, next to 6, 7, or 9 here. This 4 could be next to a 9, so that's fine. We are definitely sure one of these is a 4. This, then, could not be a parity line. It would have to be a region sum line. Because parity, this would be odd. Whatever these are, this would have to be odd, so this would be even, odd. That would have to be even, but it's not even. So this cannot be a parity line. It would be a region sum line here. Okay. Hmm. What else do we have? So as a region sum line, you would have, this is interesting. So it's, what would this be at most? Would that work is kind of the question. Possibly. This would be even, this would be odd. So we have 2, 4, 6 there. So these 3 lines form a set. So one of these is region sum. So if this was Whisper 5, one of these would have to be a Renban line. Hmm. Huh. So far, this looks okay. Hmm. Um, I mean, this looks okay. Hmm. So this digit is the same as that. Which must be the same as one of these 3. Hmm. So this is at most 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 2, 3, 4 adds up to 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 5 is 23. So that's possible. Hmm. We are guaranteed an 8 here. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, this seems okay-ish. What happens if we have 9? Or maybe we tried to assume one of the... Like, this line has to be Whisper 5. So let's assume this one is Whisper 5. And then this is Renban. Okay. So since this is Whisper 5, 5 cannot be on this. That would mean this has to be 9. This would have to be 9. We need a 9 on this Renban. Right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in length. And there are no repeats. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. These can't be 9, so this must be 9 here. That's interesting. This adds up to... So we'd have low, high, low, high, low in some order here. Obviously, this couldn't be 9. This adds up to what, 18? So this is Renban. Which means neither of these are Renban. So we have region sum or whisper 5 line. So this is the assumption. This would be... So if we had a 1 here, then this... Okay, so say we didn't have a 1 here. This is 2, 3, 4. This would guarantee a 1 here. If this is... So if this is 1, 2, 6, this then is 4, 5. So 1, 2, 6 and 4, 5. Does that work? We'd have to have 3, 7, 8, and 9 left. We only have one low, so the low would have to be here. This would be 3 next to 8 and 9. Which then this would cannot be 3, 8, or 9. It can't be 7 because that's not 4 away, so this would be 1. So that would be 1, and this could be 2 or 4 here. This would be 7 then in that instance. Okay. So this is 1, 2, and 6. Then this would have to be all odds. So this would have to be all evens. So we'd have 2, 6, 8 there. That would leave this as a 1, 3 pair here. This would have to be 4 as the only odd digit, so or even digit, so that's 2. Remaining digits in column 9 would be 5, 6, or 7. No 6 here, obviously, so this would be 5, 6, or 7. This is 1 or 3. 2 cannot be any of these. So it seems okay-ish. We have a 6 guaranteed here. If this was parity, this would be odd, even, odd, even, odd. So odd, even, odd, even, odd. Well, these three would be all odd. So we'd have 4 and 8 left here. So odd, even. I guess that would be 4, 8 there. So parity seems to work okay here. Ugh. That's a lot of scenarios. I don't know if I like that. Well, let's continue for the other possibilities. 1, 3, 5 means this is 2, 7. Means the only low here would be 4, so that's not possible. Right? We have to have, on a Whisper 5 line, you'll always alternate between low digits and high digits, because what digits can be next to a low digit? 1 through 4, 1 can be next to 6 through 9, 2 can be next to 7 through 9, 3 can be next to 8 or 9, 4 can be next to 9, all which are high digits, and it works the other way around too. But 4 could not be next to 2 unique digits here, so that can't work. So, cannot be 1, 3, 5. So what happens if this is 2, 3, 4? If it's 2, 3, 4, this would be 1, 8, and that also would not work for a Whisper 5 line. But we are not guaranteed this is a Whisper 5 line. That's the key, right? So if this is a Whisper 5 line, it has to be in a certain way, right? Huh. That is interesting. So then it does have to be 1, 2, 6. This is 4, 5 as a pair. This is 3. This would then be 8 and 9, 8 and 9. So this would be 1 to be next to there and to be odd. This would be 2. 7. Okay. Huh. Oh. Oh. It fails. Okay. There we go. These are 9 in the same column. That's why it fails. Right? So 9 would have to be both of these. So again, if this is a Whisper 5 line, this is a Renban, and it must contain a 9. But this 9 sees all of these cells. This 9 sees all of these cells, so it can't have a 9. So this can't be Renban. So simple. This is not Whisper 5. So this has to be Renban, and this can't be Whisper 5. This is this can't be Renban, it's Whisper 5 because it's orthogonally adjacent to a Renban line. So this is Renban. This is Whisper 5. Which means none of these can be Whisper 5. And this can't be Whisper 5. So we have a blue-pink pair here. So one of these is region sum. This requires a 5 somewhere here. So we have to have a 5. Wait. Why did I remove the 5 from here? This could be 5. So we're guaranteed 5 in one of these 5 cells. This is a Whisper 5 line, so 5 cannot be here. 5 can't be here either, so 5 in this box is one of these. So this cannot, this could be 5. Can this be 1 through 5 here? And I think the answer to that is no. So anytime you have 3 digits, which add up to another digit, and there are 3 unique digits, I should say, you're guaranteed to have 2 digits out of them at least, which must be from 1 through 3. Right? Because you have either Well, this is specifically 8 and 9, so we'll just check those. 125 can add up to 8. 134 can add up to 8. 125 has 1 and 2. 135 has 1 and, sorry, 134 has 1 and 3. To add up to 9, it's either 126, 135, or 234, all of which have 2 digits from 1 through 3. And this digit must contain, to add up to 8 or 9 for 2 digits, one of them has to be from 1 through 4. So we are guaranteed 3 low digits in this set at least. So to have this be 1 through 5, at least 2 of these digits must be low. And therefore, we would have 5 low digits in box 6, which is not allowed. So this can never be 1 through 5. Can it be 2 through 6? Possibly. We just know this is an odd digit here. So let's remove coloring there. This is an odd digit. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Um. So one of these is Renban, and the other one's region sum. Um. Hmm. Okay. So can this be low? It could be low if all of these are high. And we have a 5. Hmm. So any digits here. So this is not next to 2 unique digits. This is next to 2 unique digits. If it's low, it has to be next to 7 and 9 at the least. Or sorry, at the most. So it would have to be 1 or 2 if that were the case. And this could be obviously 7, 8, or 9 here. This is next to 2 unique digits, so it's again 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. This would be next to 2 unique digits. So this is also 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. We don't know about these. Okay. What else could we have? So this is odd. You could have 3 evens on this line. In which case, then this cannot be a parity line, right? So you'd have these both be odd if that were the case. So what happens if this is a parity line, right? We'll mark it as medium and darks. I mean, that doesn't really tell us much. That would mean we have 4 oranges in column 8. This would be parity. This would be parity. We have to have 3 odds in this red band line, which really doesn't tell us too much either. We know this would be 9, right? Because we tried 8, right? And 8, force this to be 2, 6, 1, 3, 4. This is obviously 7, 9. You'd have 5 through 9 here. And so this would all be odd. This would be 1, 3, 4. So it's 2, 6, 8 here. This would be 4. And the problem is this would be 5, 7, 9. So parity would force this to be a 9. You'd have 9 there. Oh, that's interesting with the Whisper 5 line, though. Huh. Interesting. So what happens if we have 9 here to the Whisper 5 line? That means none of these could be 9. Okay. What are the possibilities? Say we try to make this a low. I don't think it can be. Okay, so maybe that's part of it. So what happens if we try to make this a low? Obviously it can't be this cannot be 8 and 8 because then this would be 2, 6, 1, 3, 4, which eliminates lows from the rest of the box. So this couldn't be low. So this would have to be 9 again. This would be low. Could it be? It can't be 1 because that would force this to be 2, 3, 4 adding up to 9, and then this wouldn't have a pair to add up to 9. Can't be 2 because then that would force this to be 1, 3, 5, and then this doesn't have a pair to add up to 9. Could it be 3? 3 requires this to be 1, 2, 6, 4, 5. So that kind of works. So if we have 3 does kind of work there. 4 does not work because 4 can only be next to 9 on a Whisper 5 line. So then this would be 4 and 9, and obviously that would have duplicates in that row or that column. So if this is a low, it's 3. Otherwise, it has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. So what happens if this is a 3? So say we have a 3 here. This becomes 1, 2, 6. This has to be 4, 5 as a pair. That leaves this as 7, 8, 9. That's interesting. Which forces this to be 5 here. So this is 5, this is 6. We have 3 oranges here, and we have 2 evens, so this has to be odd. So therefore, this cannot be 1 here, whereas the 1 in that box, it must be there. So this is 1. These are odd, so this is 3, 7, 9, which makes these even. So it's 2, it can't be 4, so it's 2, 6, 8, which forces this to be 4. So we have 4. This is 2, 3 as a pair. This is 3, which forces this to be 8, which means this can't be 7, 8, or 9. It's 1 or 2 next to 7. So then this is 1 or 2 next to 7, because it can't be, which is next to 1 or 2, which must be next to, can't be 6, can't be 9, so this is 7 or 8 here, cannot be 8 because of the 8 in the column. So this is 7, and this is a 2, 3 pair, which forces this to be 1 here to be next to the 7, and that fails. So we cannot have a low digit here. It has to be a high digit. There we go. So that helps narrow things down, which is good. So this is a high digit. So we have 6 through 9 here. This must be low. So we have high, low, high. Well, we don't have to color them. So high, low, 1 through 4. High, 7 through 9. Low, 1 or 2. This could be 6 through 9 here. This is low, 1 or 2. Next to 6 through 9 here. Low here, 1 through 4, 6 through 9. Okay. Interesting. Huh. One of these is a Ren band, the other is a Regent sum. We're not sure which is which. This has to have a 6. Because, again, it can't be 1 through 5. Because these would have to have at least 2 lows, and we have to have 3 lows guaranteed here. So it's 2 through 6, 3 through 7, 4 through 8, or 5 through 9, all of which contains a 6. So we have a guaranteed 6 here. What else do we have? We are guaranteed. Well, we don't have. No, we don't have a guarantee. We are guaranteed an even digit here. That's all we really know. Can this be 6 here? That's interesting. So say this was 6. Or 8 even. We know this can't be 2, 6 then, so that fails the 8, 8. So this must be 9 and 9. Therefore, what would this be? 1, 3, 5. This would have to be a 6 here. This could be 2, 3, 4. Oh, that kind of... This is 9. So no 6 here. We're guaranteed a 3 here, though. So no 6 here, so this would have to be 6 here. No 6 or 9 here. That makes this not 4. These can't be 9. 6 is next to a 1, so this is 1, which makes this 2. That makes this a 7, 8 pair. This can't be 9. This 1 eliminates 1 here. So this is 2. So no 1 here, no 2 here. We have 2 here, 2 here. Rest of the digits are 3 through 6. That's interesting. So this can't be 6, so one of these would be 6. We have 1, 7, and 9 here. Remaining digits in column 6 would have to be 3, 4, 5, 6 also. Interesting. This would be 6. So this would be guaranteed to be 3. So where is 6 then in box 3? It has to be here. So these are evens. So this cannot be 2, 3, 4. It would have to be 1, 3, and 5. That means 5 cannot be here. 5 would have to be here. This obviously can't be 6. This is 1, 3, 5, which forces this to be 2 and 7 to add up to 9. So this can't be 2. This would have to be 8, 9, and 4, which is not going to be possible on a Renban line for 5 in length, right? It's 4 through 8 or 5 through 9. Okay. So therefore, this can't be 6. I guess that was probably the interesting part, right? So this can't be 6. Can it be 8? Probably not, right? That forces, again, 9, 9 here. This is 8. This is 9. We have 2 evens here. Right, one of these is even. This is even, so this cannot be 3 evens. This would be odd, so these would be even. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 here, and this would be 2, 4, 6, 8. It cannot be 1, 2, 6. It cannot be 2, 3, 4. Therefore, this is 1, 3, 5. And therefore, that forces this to be 2, 7, which again forces this to be 4, 9, which is not going to form a Renban. So no, it can't be 8 here. So this has to be 7 or 9 here. Can it ever be 9 here, then? If this is 9 and this is 9, that forces this to be 7. This cannot be 2 and 7. So that means this can't be 1, 3, 5. We have 3 odds here. So therefore, these would be even. You'd have 2, 4, 6, and 8. Obviously, no 2, 7 here. It's either 1, 8, 3, 6, or 1, 8, 3, 6, or 4, 5 here. Which means 2 is guaranteed to be here. And this cannot be 2. So this would be 4, 6, or 8. Obviously not 6. So then where is 6 in this column? It would have to be here. So this cannot be 3, 6. So this is 4, 5, or 1, 8. We guarantee... So... Okay. We have to have a 9 here, which means 4 has to be one of these. So either this is 2, 3, 4, and that's 1, 8. So that kind of works. We have 7 here. We have 9 here. That leaves this as 3, 1, or 5, with 3 being guaranteed here. 9 is guaranteed here. So either scenario, if this is 9, that forces this to be 7, which forces a 9 here. if this is 8, the way that this works out, it's 2, 6, 1, 3, 4. So since this is 2, 6, these are all odd. These are even. And I think this had to be 5 through 9 also, if that's the case. So if this is 9, that means 9 is on this red band, so this must be 5 through 9. If this is 8, again, let's go through that scenario again. 8, 8, 2, 6. This is 1, 3, 4. This is 5 and 8 here. 2, 6, 8 means these have to be all odd, so these are all even. So this is 4. Since this is 4, this is 5 through 9. So either way, this is 5 through 9. Okay. Good to know. So we know this can't be 3. This has to be 5 through 9. Interesting. We are guaranteed then 4 has to be either here or 4 has to be here. Remaining digits in column 9 are 1 through 4. So this is 3 odds and 2 evens. So this could be parity line still. Let's see. So again, what happens if this is 9 and 9? That forces this to be 7 next to 3 or 4. This can no longer be 7. We have 3 odds in column 9 or 7 then, which forces this to be even. So then this is even. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. This can no longer be 2, 7 to add up to 9. It can be 1, 8, 3, 6, or 4, 5. But this is even. And so this has to have 6 and 8 here, which means this cannot be 1, 8 or 3, 6. Can't be 2, 7, so it's 4, 5, which means this is 1, 2, and 6. So 1 has to be here. This cannot be 4, so this must be 4 here. So it's not 1, 4 here. It's 2, 3. This is 2, 6, 8, which forces this to be a 1, 3 pair. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. These can't be 6. So it's 5, 8, and 9, which eliminates 5, 8, 9 here. So it's 7 and 6, which means this can't be 6 here. This has to be 5, 7, and 8. Oh, we have a problem. Hold up. Yeah, that just doesn't work. Yeah, so this can't be 9. We just showed that. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, we've got the long way around, so we showed that this has to be 8 and 8. Okay. So this is 8, this is 8. And this must be 1, 3, 4. This has to be a 2, 6 as a pair. So we have 3 evens here, so these yellows cannot be evens, they must be odd. Oranges must be even. Okay, so yeah, that's why, yeah, anyways, this can't be 8 here, no 8 here. This is 1, 3, 4. This is 5 and 8 here, so this cannot be 5. This can't be 6 here. So this is 5 and 8 with 7 or 9 here. And this has to be 6 to form a Ren band. This cannot be 6 here. It's 7 or 9. These are all even. And it cannot be 4 because of 4 in 1, 3, 4 triplet in the column. So this is 2, 6, 8. This is 4. This can't be 2 or 4. It's 1 or 3. Which means this can't be 4 here. So 4 has to be one of these two. This can't be 2. So it has to be 1, 3, or 4 here. We don't know what this is. This is 2, 4, or 6, because it can't be 8. 8 eliminates 8 here. And this has to be 5, 7, 9. And again, this is odd, which would force, if this was parity, this would be odd, even, but this has to be an odd digit, so this cannot be parity, which means this is a region sum line also. That was a long, convoluted raid around of saying this is not a region sum line. Okay. So this is a region sum line here. We are guaranteed. Okay, so this cannot be 5, 7, 9, so this is 1, 3, or 4. Okay. Hmm. So can this be 4 is kind of a question. If this is 4, this would be 9. And that's, so this would have to add up to 1, 2, 3, which is 6, plus 5 and 7, which is 18. So this would have to add up to 18. This would be, again, so if this is 4, this is 9 and 9. You have 6 and 8 guaranteed here, and 3 other digits. So that does not work. Okay, so this cannot be 4 here, which makes this a 4 here. Okay. Can this be 6? Quite possibly. So this is either Renban or parity. That doesn't help us much. Region sum line. This adds up to, what, 23 at most? I think I calculated it out. 2, 3, 4 is 9, plus 5 and 9, right. 14 plus 9 is 23. So this is 23 at most. So this is 23 at most. This is 2 and 9 at most. So it's 11. 11 plus 23 is 34. 45 minus 34 is 11. So this has to be 11, but that's with this being 2, 9. So say this was 3. I think we have a similar problem, right? 3, 9, and 9 would force this to be 5, 7, 1, 2, 4. And instead of 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 4. So that's 5 plus 7 plus 7, which is 19. And we'd have 6 and 8 here, which adds up to 14 already. And 3 other digits. So that does not work. So this cannot be 3, this is 1. Which makes this a 2, 3 pair here. That means this can't be 2 or 3, it's 1. That leaves the remaining digits in column 7 as 3, 5, 7, 9. This is 9. 5 and 7 would add up to 21. So say this was 9. I don't think this can ever be 9. If this is 9, this adds up to... So again, basically the problem was this being 9, right? If this is 9, what does this add up to? It's 2, 3, 4, which is 9, plus 5 and 7, which is 21. We guarantee not having 6, 8, or 9 here. 8 and 9 add up to 17 already. 21 minus 17 is 4, which 3 other unique digits have to add up to, which doesn't work. However, what happens if we have 6 and 8? 21 minus 6 and 8 is 7. So the 3 other digits would have to be 1, 2, and 4, but this digit has to be 1 or 2. So the 1, 2, 4 triplet would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this cannot be 9. This has to be 7, which forces this not to be 7. So that means this adds up to 23 now, right? 5, 9, plus 9 again. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 5 is 23. So this must add up to 23. 23. So this is 23. This adds up to 11 at most, but it has to be 2 and 9 in that instance. So then this would have to be 2 and 9. So 23. So I think 9 has to always be here. Right? If 9 is not here, how are you going to have 2 digits greater than 11? Or 11 or greater, I should say. Again, this adds up to 23. This adds up to 11 at most, so this has to be at least 11. Well, you can't have 6, 7, or 8 here. So to add, if you didn't have a 9, it would be 4 and 5 at most. So you're guaranteed this is a 9. So this is a 9, which means this can't be 9 here. This is 23 here. This could be 6 and 1. We are guaranteed an 8 here with the other 6 or 7. So if we have 8 and 6, which is the least, 14, you could have 1 here. Okay, let's look at 7 and 8. Maybe we can find a contradiction then. 7 and 8 add up to 15. So you have to have a 1 here. Huh. What happens if this is 6? Maybe that's... Yeah, so... Okay. So that's the contradiction. If this is 6, that means 7 and 8 have to be on this region sum line, which adds up to 15. 23 minus 15 is 8. 6 has to be next to a 1, but then this 3 digits, extra digits here, must also contain a 1 because it adds up to 8. 1, 2, and 5, and 1, 3, and 4. So this cannot be 6. This is 7, which means this can't be 7 here. So these are even. This is even. This is odd. These are odd. This is even. Right. So this has to add up to 9 because we have 6 and 8 here. So 6 and 8. So the other 3 digits, I should say, have to add up to 9. We have guaranteed 6 and 8 here. If it's 1 here to add up to 9, it has to be 1, 3, 5. If it's not 1, it has to be 2 with 2, 3, and 4. So 1 can't be here. No 8. So 2 would be 2, 3, and 4. So if it's 1, 3, 5 here, this is 2 and 7. This would have to be 4 and 9. If this is 2, 3, 4, this is 1, and this would have to be 5 and 9. Interesting. If this is 5 and 9, though, it would have to be a Renban. And this cannot be 6, 7, or 8. So that wouldn't be able to be a Renban if that's the case. So this cannot be 5 and 9. It's 4 and 9, and this is a parity line. So this is a parity line. And this is 4, so this cannot be 2, 3, 4. So this has to be 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Which means this can't be 1, it's 2. Which cannot be next to 6, so it's 9 here. So this can't be 2, this can't be 2. So this is even. And so the remaining digits in row 7 then are 1, 3, and 5. So this cannot be parity. This can't be parity, and this can't be parity. So this is odd, which makes this even, and this even, and this is odd, and this is odd. So we have a 9 here, 4 here. This is 2, 4, 6, or 8. One of these could be parity still. Okay. This is 9, which eliminates 9 here, so it's 7. So this cannot be 3 or 4. It has to be 1 to be next to it on a Whisper 5 line. So then this is odd, 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 and these must be even. So it cannot be 1 here, so this must be 2, which makes this not 2, that's 6, which means it's not 6, that's 2. This can't be 2 or 6, it's 4 or 8. This can't be 9, no 7. Okay, remaining digits of box 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 cannot be any of these digits, so this must be a 4 here. This 3, 5, 6 triplet eliminates 3, 5, 6 in the rest of the column. This can't be 3, 5, 6, it's 8. This can't be 3, 5, 6, 8, it's 1. That means this can't be 8 here, no 1 or 8 here, no 1 here. That's 3, 5, 6. This is 4. It's either on a Renban or it's a Whisper 5 line. Remaining digits of column 4. We have 2, 7, and 9. And this cannot be 1 here. This can't be 1 here. We are guaranteed a 1 here. And so this cannot be a Renban. It has to be a region sum line. So this must be region sum here, and this must be Renban here. Not parity. Renban. Okay, so that means this cannot be pink. So one of these is region sum, and the other one is a Whisper 5 line. This is 1 and 3 adding up to 4. So these are both odd. This is even. You have 3, 5, and 6 here. We need this is 4, and this has to be 4 because there's no other place for it. Well, it could be We don't have a 6 available on this Renban line. So 6 has to be here. So this is 6, which makes this 4. This has to be 7 to be on the Renban. We need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is 2 or 9 here. This can't be 3 because of the 5, 6 pair. This can't be 5 or 6. It's 3, which forces this to be 5, and this has to be 8. So these are even. 3, 5, or 6. This eliminates 6 here, so it's odd there. This is even. We have odd. This is 3, which is odd, which eliminates 3 here. So this is 2, which makes this 3. So this is odd, and this is even. Okay. Remaining digits of box 7. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No 7, 8 here, no 7, 8 here, no 7, 8 here. No 2, 4 here, no 2, 4 here, no 2, 4 here. Okay. So then this cannot be a Whisper 5 line. It has 2 high digits next to each other. This could be Renban, it could be parity. What about this? If this is 9, I guess it could be a Whisper 5 line too here. This can't be 8. No 6 here. Where is the 4 in row 3? It has to be there. So this is either 3 through 9 or 2 through 8. That's fine. Can this be Renban? Yeah. Could it be Whisper 5? Yeah. If this is Renban, this has to be parity. So this would be odd and even. We know we have a 4 and a 2 here. Oh, that's interesting. What are the remaining digits in row 6? We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 4. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, essentially. If this is not parity, if this is Whisper 5, this has to be low, this must be high, and this must be low. So this would have to be a 2. That could work. Or it's a Renban, and this would have to have a 4 and a 5, which could also work. It could be 2 and 4. If this is Renban, so if this is parity, this is an odd digit. So this would have to be even. If it's Renban, this has to be at least 6 and 7, which means 1 cannot be here. So this can never be 1 here. Okay. Not sure how helpful that is, but it gives us something, I guess. No 5 here. Remaining digits in row 5. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. This cannot be even, so it's 1, 3, or 5. If this is an region sum line, this would have to be 9, this would have to be 3 digits, and this would be 9. So, this could not be 3 digits with all odds, because this would be 9, these two would be odds. So let's run through that scenario. So say we have a 9 here and 9 here. This is region sum. This would have to be whisper 5. And it would not have a 5 on it. But this could not be 5 because it would be 1, 3, 5 to add up to 9. But that would eliminate possibilities for these cells here. So this cannot be a region sum line. It's a whisper 5 line. So this is whisper 5, and this is region sum. Okay. So if this is 9, it could be next to 2 or 3. If this is 2, it can be next to 7 or 9, because you can't have 8 here. So 5 cannot be on the region sum line. So that means one of these is a 5 guaranteed, because this can't have 5 because of the 1, 3, 5 triplet in the box. And this is region sum line. Or not region sum line, whisper 5 line. So 5 has to be on this whisper 5. Or sorry, the region sum line. I keep getting those mixed up. Oh, 1 and 4 here, eliminate 1 and 4 here, so that's 3, which eliminates 3 here. And 3 here. Okay. This digit, if this is low, that means this is low and this would be low, and it's 2. So this can never be 4 here, because 4 cannot be next to 2 unique digits on a whisper 5 line. So this is either 2, it could be 6, 7, 8, 9, actually. 6 would be next to a 1, so if this is low, it's 1, 2, or 3. And 2 would be next to 7, 8, or 9. And this is also 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We have a high digit here guaranteed. We don't know about these. We have 2 highs and 2 lows here. Okay. We have to have a 4 here. We have to have a 5 here. If we had 2 lows here, and this was high, that would be a very large number here. Right? So what's the largest case scenario here? So say we had 9 and this is 9. This would be 3 and 2 in some scenario, and I don't know, this would be the least amount we could get. So what does this add up to? We have, so this is the maximum amount if this is a high digit. And that would be 1. So this would be the minimum amount for these 6, which would be 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 30, and plus 1 is 31, which is greater than 4 unique digits is ever going to be. So this can't be high, low, high, low, high. It must be low, high, low, high, low. So this is 2. So that's 2, which makes this even. This can't be 2. It has to be between, it could be 1 or 3, actually. This is odd. We have a 1, 3 pair in row. This 2 eliminates 2 here. It also eliminates 2 here. So this is 6. This can't be 6 here. This is even, which means the remaining digits in the column are all, sorry, in the row are all odd. This is 2. This is odd. Remaining digits in row 4 are 5 through 9. This can't be 2 anymore. We have a 1, 3, 1, 3 pair here, which means this can't be 1 or 3. Also, these are both odd too. So the remaining digits in row 2 are even. Okay. Where is 6 in column 3? Can't be on the Whisper 5 line because of what's been eliminated. Can't be here because these are odd. Can't be here because of 6 in the row. So 6 has to be one of these 2 digits here, which eliminates 6 in the rest of the box. So how does this work? We have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in row 3, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the row. And we have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in box 3, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the box. So then this has to be not 7 or 9, it's 8. And that's even, which means this can't be 8, it's 4. So this can't be 4 here. Can this be Renban? It still could be. Ugh. Ah, but it cannot be Whisper 5 anymore. Because if it's Whisper 5, 6 has to be one of these 2, and 6 can't be next to 9, and 6 can't be next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this is Renban. Which means this cannot be Renban, this is parity here. Okay. So that should tell us a lot. This can't be 4 anymore, so no 4 here. This is Renban. We need a 6, so this can't be 1 here or here. This is parity, so this is odd, which makes this even, so this is 2 or 4. If we have a 6 here, we need a 5 here. So that eliminates 5 in the rest of the column. So no 5 here, no 5 here, no 5 here. That means where's 5 in box 1? It has to be one of these two digits, which eliminates 5 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 5, this can't be 5. This is even, which makes this odd. This is odd, which makes this even, so this is 8 and is even. So we have odd, even, odd, and even. That makes this an 8 here. This can't be 8. No 8 here. It's a 6, 7, 9 triplet, which eliminates 6, 7, 9 in the rest of the box. This is 2 and 4. And 2 can't be here because you need a 4 to add with a Renban to have here, but you can't have a 4 here. So this is 4 and this is 2. So this is even. We have this is odd. Can you have a 9 with 4 on the Renban? You cannot. I have a 5-length Renban, so this is 6. This can't be 9. This is 6. This can't be 6 or 9. It's 7, which makes this not 7, so this is 9. This can no longer be 8 or 7 because 8 is in the row. 8 and 7 is on the Renban. So this is a 3-5 pair, which eliminates 3 and 5 in the rest of the box. So no 8 here. So this is, we have 4 evens in row 6, so the rest is odd. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 5 and odd, which makes this even. This is odd, and we have this as even. 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 9. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 5 and 6. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 9 and 5. This can't be 9 anymore because of 9 in the column. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 1. This can't be 5 or 3 because of the 3-5 pair in the row. So this can't be 8, so it's 7. That means this can't be 7. This is 9, which means this can't be 9. That's 7, which means this can't be 7. That's 9, which makes this 7 and 9 here. This is odd. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 5. This can't be 5, 7, or 9. It's 8. So this is even, this is even, this is odd. So 9 cannot be here because of 9 in the row. This makes a 6, 7 pair, which eliminates 6, 7 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 6 or 7, it's 5. This can't be 5, it's 3, which means this can't be 3, that's 5. Which means this can't be 5, that's 3, which makes this a 1, which makes that a 5. This can't be 3 or 5, it's 6. This can't be 1, it's 4. So this is even, and this is odd, which means we have 4 evens in row 5, so these must both be odd. This can't be 5 here. No 6. No 1, 5, or 6, and it cannot be 9. So that forces this to be 3, which makes this 1 and this 9. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 3 and 1, which eliminates 1 here, so it's 3, which means this can't be 3. That's 5 and 3 there. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 2 and 8. This can't be 5 anymore, so where's the 5 in the box? It has to be here. So this is 5 and 7. 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 6 and 7. 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 4. This can't be 2, so that's 2. This makes that 6, and this is 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5, 6, 7 adds up to 18. Plus 1, 2, 4 is 25. 6, 7, and 9 add up to 22, plus 3 is 25. And that's the solution. The logic behind this wasn't bad at all. The execution is very hard level, so I guess I could put this on very hard. But the logic behind this actually was fairly not simple, but straightforward, right? It's basically just eliminating all the what possibilities can go for which lines, right? But yeah, overall, a nice little puzzle. Um, not too, again, the logic behind this was fairly straightforward. You just had to go through the execution of it, which was kind of a bear, I will say, but still not too bad. I don't know. Overall, I feel like maybe this was a hard level of difficulty, but I mean, I could see basically saying that this would be very hard. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.